Pay heed to the court of Ragnar and Brunhild, Prince and Princess of Cynagua. Their Highnesses welcome into their court Vera, Queen of the West.
Hello, everyone. It's wonderful to see you all today.
Their Highnesses bid you find your comfort in your homes and heed now the words of your coronet.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy Sunday, I'm sure, to grace us with your presence. This is the first real virtual court that we've had, and it's something that we've both been really looking forward to, but also really unsure about. And after seeing all the positivity that came from these, we both decided that it needed to be done. So thank you so much for showing up, and thank you so much for those of you not only in the meeting but the live stream and everything. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Yeah.
Their Highnesses call Thorkatla Ingvar's daughter before them now. Service is one of the stanchions of our society, and our principality is rich in those who give freely of their time and efforts, both great and small. So it is especially notable to find those remarkable individuals whose extraordinary deeds and actions have greatly assisted the coronet. Much in the way of the heroic crusader answering the call to duty, a sage steward with advice and encouragement, and the steadfast retainer who is a true and loyal companion. Toka has supported the coronet, and in doing so ensured the success of both the reign and the principality. Your Highnesses.
So Toka is one of those people that is just amazing. I don't think there's really anybody in the principality or even in the West Kingdom that doesn't know who she is, because she's just fantastic, and she gives and gives and gives. And she's been phenomenal with helping us. Not only did she and her fiance husband, now they stored all of our largesse this entire time. They are also storing the Cynaguan trailer for us this entire time. No question. They are just absolutely amazing. We were doing the bingo games and we were running out of largesse, and so I hit her up, and within 2 days she had an entire gift box full of organized largesse, so I could go, oh, here's a goodie bag and here's a goodie, kind of thing. She goes up and above and beyond what she, what would be expected, and it's not that anything is actually expected. She's just absolutely phenomenal, and so we wanted to recognize her for all of the great things that she does, and just kind of make sure that everyone else is kind of aware of the things that she might be doing behind the scenes that's just helping, and helping out and conversations with her and stuff like that. Also,
that even I've gone to her and asked, how can we, reward and showcase her? And we felt that this was, a long time coming, and we're honored to be able to give it to her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For Toka, who has the coronet's favor, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
She showed up just in time.
She did. She got on just in time.
In the reign of Christian and Susan, their Highnesses desired to honor those in the principality who were worthy of recognition. Thus did Prince Christian create the right noble order of the Scutiferous Cynagua, to be known as the shield bearers of Cynagua, and the members of the order shall bear a small shield of bronze, that all shall know that they have given of their time and efforts to the betterment of the principality. Now do their Highnesses call before them Efast Dreki Regenson, your Highnesses.
Dreki has gone above and beyond so many different times, and it's not just for us, but all of Cynagua as a whole. He has welcomed people into his home. He has done favors for so many people. I can't even keep track of all the great things that he's done. And when we found out that he didn't have this, especially as the caliber of Cynaguan that he is,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of blew me away.
We were both very surprised that this was not on his list of awards.
But he exemplifies what I feel a lot of Cynaguans wish they could. No, that's not the right way. He does so much. He sets such a great example that I personally know that I look up to him and how hard he works in his duties as a principality. And he he does so because he wants to, not because he's tasked to or asked to. He works so hard because he truly has a passion for it, and we're both, you know, honored that we get to give him this award.
Mhm.
For Drecki, newest shield bearer of Cynagua, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah!
As the feather gives flight to the swan, so do the arts and sciences give flight to our creativity and imagination. To reward excellence in the arts and sciences, there was created the Milan Tehran Cynagua. The token of this order is a pendant of a black feather. Having demonstrated his skill, let Valeric von Bredekrek come before their highnesses.
A lot of people don't know. There is a long history of armors and weaponsmiths in our lineage. And he has stepped out as one of those willing to welcome anyone into his workshop and build armor for anyone at no cost. And that is so rare nowadays. He's personally helped me rebuild, you know, my kit almost from the bottom to the top, as well as, you know, Her Highness's.
A couple times.
And not only that, but he's done so for so many newcomers, and we have got to sit there and personally watch these armor nights. Not only do we, you know, attend them, but we also live there for a while. That, you know, we had people coming from all over in different principalities, even to teach and to learn. We had Fire Drake Steel one night in the shop, you know, showing techniques. And there was so much that he fostered, and never once has he sought any kind of recognition or payment for any of his work. And it's just truly outstanding to be able to award this.
Yeah, I know one of the big things that kind of drew me to him at the beginning was just how welcoming he was when I had questions about armor or fighting or any of that stuff. And it was just, come on down, we'll have dinner and we'll do this, you know, kind of thing. And I've heard that so many times from him that it's just, you know, why don't you just come on over? We'll do a dinner. I'll show you how to do this, and then I'll help you do this, and, you know, things without a question. And so it's one of those. We were both very surprised that he's not received this award. You know, so it was one of those, we're like, well, I feel like he deserves it, you know, and I'm sure if we weren't in quarantine and, you know, having to deal with the pandemic and everything like that, there would be a lot of people over at his house, or would have been at his house, you know, kind of working and doing different things. And I'm hoping that in his new location on the other side of the country, that he's able to kind of start doing that again once everything opens back up, and kind of foster that with the new people he's working with. So.
For Waleric, newest recipient of the Milan Tehran Cynagua, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah!
Their Highnesses now call upon Agnes Berengari de Garona for the results of the ANS competition.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Let me find my notes. Okay, we had two competitors in our arts and sciences competition. Rudaba gave us a lovely scroll in performance of an original bardic piece, and Elizabeth Allen posted a beautiful Elizabethan gown. Both did wonderfully well. We had 40 members of the populace give their votes, and based on their beans, our populace choice was Elizabeth Allen for her gown. We also had a judge competition with our absolute.
We may have temporarily lost.
Mestra Donna.
You froze there for a minute. Let's continue. Sorry,
I'm
can you
sorry?
repeat that last? Can you repeat your last one? You froze momentarily.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was our judges were Duquesa Juana Ramirez de Montoya y Ramirez, Mestra Donata Bonacarsi, and Haram Chaninai did a wonderful job of judging. We have a new rubric for the judging. So hopefully it'll be a little bit clearer to people. And anybody in the arts and sciences community who would like to look at our new rubric, feel free to do so. Let me get back to my notes real quick. We had 10 classes outside the Scribal Salon. Thank you to Talina and Toka. And well, Toka did all of our website for the competition. Talina helped me to set up the classrooms. So we had 3 classrooms that were the mixed arts and sciences. Then we had the Scribal Salon that Jocelyn Delorleans did an absolutely fabulous job of letting us know, of setting that up. Excuse me, setting it up for the scribes, and she had some visitors come in and do some work there. Of the 10 class, we only have 1 class we recorded, and that was from Dame Gwen the Potter, who was visiting us from Ontier, and she did her period pottery discussion, and it was an absolutely fabulous class. I wish more people could have seen it because it was amazing. But we are going to be posting the video of her class probably in the next day or so that folks the folks that missed it yesterday will be able to watch it and get an idea of what they may want in their kit. I'm just a FYI, I'm looking for a successor to take over in January. If you're interested in applying for the position, please send me your SCA resume. And that is all from your ANS officer for now.
3 cheers, Your Highnesses. For the competitors, judges, and the ANS minister, hip hip,
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
hip hip,
Huzzah!
hip hip.
Huzzah!
Yay!
Their Highnesses now call upon Ashlyn Ngulkabar for the results of the selfie competition.
Okay. We had a selfie competition for Halloween or the fall. Baroness Eleonora O'Connor ran the competition. There were 2 categories. The first category was for mundane costume. The winner was Mistress, okay, I'm having trouble with names, Anya Inga Finn. The second competition was for fall colors. The winner was Baroness Moira Ramsey. We had quite a few beautiful selfies. I wish there had been more. We need to bring our selfies out. People need to see everybody. And I want to thank everybody who did enter. So, and that's about all I got. So, thank you.
Make a
Thank
joyous
you.
noise for the selfie competition.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Let Catriona Morgan come now before Her Highness. In Cynagua, those who serve as princess are renowned for their grace, even in its most challenging moments. It is those moments that those around her support that grace with their dignity, strength, and aid. However, there are some members of the populace who go so far beyond the normal course of loyalty, service, and duty that they create a bond that will endure forever. By her long, loyal, and selfless assistance, Catriona has maintained Her Highness's serenity and is called forward so that all may know she has touched the heart of the princess.
So Catriona is amazing in a number of ways. From the minute that Ragnar won the tournament and kind of changed everything that was going to happen after that, she was right by my side with a couple other people, but she was there. And you know, I've been able to go to her with any question I've had about reining and, you know, other things. And she's just been someone that I could completely depend on. And also someone who's been able to kind of ground me when I'm having some difficulties, you know, processing through things. So she's been absolutely amazing. And when we were looking over awards that we wanted to give, this one was kind of a no-brainer. It was one of those, I read it and went, oh, so that's how I've been feeling. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense, kind of thing. And she's just amazing, and I am going to miss having her nearby very, very deeply. And it's just, I'm so thankful that she's in my life, in our lives, and everything that she's done for us so far. And if you don't know her, I'm sad that she's no longer in our principality in our kingdom. But it's one of those, I think that the people that she's going to be interacting with are going to be lucky to have her as well. Her and our knight. But yeah, she is just a phenomenal human being, for a number of ways, or a number of reasons. And so it's just, she's done so much to kind of help me with struggling through my first reign, and it being during a pandemic and all the challenges that come with that. So I'm very thankful that she is someone that I can depend on. So.
For Catriona, who has the heart of the princess, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
As the tree is supported and nourished by its heartwood, its cambium, so it is that persona supports the ambiance of the society. Thus it is the pleasure of the coronet to honor those who provide the presence of the current Middle Ages. Therefore, do Ragnar and Brynhild, Prince and Princess of Cynagua, call before them Bridget ni Shanashi. Let it be known that Bridget, by her wholehearted participation in the establishment and preservation of the ambience of the current Middle Ages, has greatly enhanced the quality of life in the Principality and is therefore worthy of reward. Your Highnesses.
Mistress Bridget, she is a rare gem in not only the West, and I feel from my limited view of the society, she's just a rare gem in general. She has welcomed us with open arms into her home, into her life, and we got to see the inner machinations, is that the correct term?
Yeah.
Anyways, we got to see how it all works behind the scenes. And her love of the persona and the personification of how she does everything is just beyond belief. The way she holds herself, the way she sets up her camp, the way she even produces her garb, it just truly shows that how much love she has, not only for what we do, but also her craft and her talent. But the quality of her work that goes so far above and beyond what we are expected in the SCA is what truly made us feel that she's in need of this award.
I think also with that is she will never turn someone down who has a question. If you are going to her and you have a question, this doesn't make any sense. If she doesn't know, she's going to take the time to figure it out, and then she's going to teach you in a way that makes sense to you. The first time I met her, I believe was at an investiture. And then a couple months later, I met her again at 12th night. I was having trouble with some garb. I'd had maybe 2 conversations with her, and she was like, yep, come on over to my house this weekend. We'll do it. We'll put everything together. And she does that with anybody. You're always, right now, not so much because of the pandemic, but you're always welcome to go over to her house, and she's willing to teach you anything you want to know. And like I said, if she doesn't know, she's going to figure it out so she can then teach you, and it's just, she's so giving. And, she gives, I think, sometimes too much of herself, which, sometimes we do that. And, so it's just, we wanted to find a way to recognize her for everything that she's doing, because I can't tell you how many times I've been at an event and just been gobsmacked by how she looks in her garb, because it is just so phenomenal. And I want that. That's not my persona, but I want that, and how she's done that with other people too, to make it fit their persona as well. And she's just an absolutely fantastic person. And it's another person that we are so thankful to have in our lives. And I just cannot wait to be able to return to events and just hug all of the stress that everyone's been having away. And she's one of my first people that, that'll happen with. So just so thankful for her.
Mhm.
For Bridget, newest recipient of the cambium, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Let Toka, Ingvar's daughter, come now before their highnesses. Those who give of their service to the principality and the various parts thereof support and enrich the realm. It is the duty and pleasure of the coronet to reward such service. Therefore, do their highnesses go worthy of great honor, and with the gracious permission of their majesties, do admit her to the right noble order of the leaf of merit of the kingdom of the West. Their highnesses will bestow a single leaf of laurel as a sign of this award. Your highnesses.
Like we talked about before, she has done so much, not only for the principality, but the kingdom as well. And this, a leaf of merit is a very big deal. And I am so honored to be able to give it to her for all of her teaching and hard work and helping even me troubleshoot some projects of mine. She's done so much that we feel that is beyond, sorry. This is a big thing for me. She's done so much for our barony, our principality, our kingdom. And it's not just through, making projects or helping teach, but by going above and beyond and hosting classes and organizing events and doing so much in the ANS, hemisphere of things. And we're truly happy we get to give it to her.
Well, and along with all of that, she also set up the website for ANS. She is one of the moderators for the Instagram account for Cynagua. So she, kind of helps get all the cool pictures out there, because not everybody uses Facebook, but not everybody else uses. So she kind of helps get all that organized and things like that. And a lot of that stuff that most people don't know about. So there's a lot that she does behind the scenes that we want to make sure that she gets recognized for, because she is just an absolutely fantastic person and just is so giving. We have so many people. We are very lucky that in Cynagua, and I don't know if you agree, probably Your Majesty, in the West Kingdom, that just give so much of themselves, to just, that it's just, you can feel the love in our kingdom.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Your Highnesses. It's very true.
Yeah. So, yes.
For Toka, newest recipient of the leaf of merit, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
In the reign of Achilles and Esmeralda, the princess wished to honor the members of the Cynaguan court who provided exceptional service and noteworthy support, and whose dedication and enthusiasm were a boon to the coronet. These court members were precious to Her Highness, so she gifted them each with a single pearl that represented the grace and endurance they had shown in their support of the coronet. Therefore do we, Ragnar and Brynhild, Prince and Princess of Cynagua, call before us Bridget O'Connor. Your Highnesses.
So Bridget is another person that is just absolutely phenomenal. I know His Highness and her were kind of speaking a little bit when the possibility of reigning kind of started coming into our view, and about, well, if this ever was to happen, we would really like for you to kind of help us out, because she's done it, and then it happened. And she was right there, and we were so thankful, because it literally was like wrangling cats, because I was not even aware that we were it was that much of a possibility, that event. I was standing on the side of the field going, I wonder if I could do pickups and roses. And then she comes in and goes, he's in semifinals. I'm like, I have to change. Because I knew it was a possibility, but my brain wasn't there. And then that whole rest of the weekend, she was just phenomenal with, making sure that we were doing the things we were supposed to. I tend to wander. He also tends to wander. So she was able to manage keeping us both on track, which is very impressive. And then with having the pandemic, there's still things that have to happen behind the scenes, and she's been on top of it going, hey, we need to take care of this. When's a good time? And we'll sit down, figure things out. We got all of our warrants signed, and just kind of checking in. Hey, how are you guys going? How are this, making sure we're still sane and haven't started crawling up the wall. So she is absolutely just an amazing person to have in our corner, and I couldn't think of anyone better for our first reign, and having a reign during the pandemic as well.
Oh, thank you, Your Highness.
You're welcome.
When we first spoke about being head of court, she gave me so many words of encouragement, and she's done so much to help us both and keeping us sane, and not only that, but she also wears the hat of head of court as well as Cynagua and Seneschal. So she has a lot of responsibilities, and she's managing to just be phenomenal in every regard. So we can't thank you enough, and you truly deserve this.
Yes.
Love you guys. Thank you.
For Bridget, recipient of the Pearl of the Court, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Their Highnesses now call Fiera of Lancaster, Bard of Cynagua, with her presentation.
All right. So, about a year ago, I stepped up as Bard of Cynagua, and right towards the end of my song, I tripped and nearly fell off the stage. So I'm going to take a moment to compose myself and do my final piece before I step down as Bard and let my successor take my place. So, I fall, silhouetted in the light of a pair of stars. They shine far brighter in this dark than the light of Mars. And for the darkness we love them more than the sunlight in all its warmth. In the longest, darkest, coldest time, their strength and warmth will rule sublime. So I fall, perfectly content in their gentle grace. This song, a testament of joy for their noble place. When falls crisp frost floods the world with cold, with hot forged hope they invest our hope. In our distance, sickness, smothered existence, their voices bring sparks of spring's deep life, and we rise, brave and strangely strong in these tattered times. We sing, despite the tired tears in this darkest night. So keep faith in them now, keep faith in them ever. The white wolf of Ackerfjell and his winged Valkyrie angel. That about does it for me.
Beautiful.
Yes, that was beautiful. Thank you.
Well done.
Fiera, a year has passed since your investiture as the Bard of Cynagua, and now your time of service to the Coronets of Cynagua is at an end. Has a worthy successor been selected according to the law of Cynagua?
I certainly hope so.
Let Antonio Giordano de Sicilia come now before their Highnesses. Your Highnesses?
Mhm. We release you. Wait.
Yep.
Yes. We release you from your duties and responsibilities, and thank you for your service to our realm and our predecessors.
Thank you for having me.
Antonio, are you now ready to take on the duties and responsibilities of the Bard of Cynagua?
I am.
Do you, Antonio, now swear that you will faithfully perform the duties of the Bard of Cynagua, that you will keep the bardic history of the Principality of Cynagua, that you will guard well the tokens of your office, that you will ever promote the bardic arts as their Highness's Bard, and that when your year of service is at an end, you will present your successor to be invested to the Coronets of Cynagua?
I do so swear.
Then do Yes, then do we, Ragnar, Princess Cynagua, acknowledge and welcome you as our bard. For our part, swear to uphold your rights and privileges under custom and law. Further, let be known this day forward that Antonio is our bard and under our protection. Let none think to silence his voice.
So say we, Brynhild, Princess of Cynagua.
Good bard, do you have a presentation for their highnesses?
I do. It's funny, we can plan all we want. I'm sure that you planned your reign, and it was going to be a glorious 6 months. Didn't happen. This past week, I was writing a sonnet. And yesterday, I was doing something that I think some of us may be doing. I was splitting wood, and the wood taught me a lesson. And that every ounce of strength I used made me understand and comprehend what it is to be Cynaguan. A Cynagua sun was in the sky. The day was cold and clear, and I was splitting logs of oak in the autumn of the year. The split oak logs would warm my hall, so these oaken logs I'd cleave to keep the hearth fires burning bright on this All Hallows Eve. Western oak is strong and tough, but Cynaguas are strongest yet. It took all my strength to split this oak. My tunic was soaked in sweat. The oak logs felled from mighty trees taught me a lesson with every blow. The strength of the oak is like this land, as Cynagua's foes well know. Today the foe is plague itself. We shelter in our place. Arts and learning still live and thrive. Our warriors, their training they embrace. The people of Cynagua, like the oak, are resilient, tough, and strong. Each one of us in our own way will keep faith all winter long. All hail Cynagua's prince and princess, Ragnar and Brynhild of the long reign. Their noble service to their lands has never withered nor waned. The servants of Cynagua, like sentinels ready to do their part. The principality, Cynagua strong, resilient like the oak's core heart.
Wow.
That was amazing.
that was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
For Antonio, bard of Cynagua, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. Huzzah. Thank you.
Welcome.
Let Fiera of Lancaster come back before their highnesses.
Oh gosh, I'm back.
It is written that those who have completed the duties of the bard of Cynagua shall be honored with induction into the Order of the Winged Harp. The members of the order shall be distinguished by the badge of the order, which is a silver harp with golden wings in the form of a pendant. For your faithful service as bard of Cynagua and your dedication to maintaining the bardic traditions of Cynagua, their highnesses name you as a companion of the Winged Harp.
Thank you very much.
Fiera, you've been doing this almost since I've been around the FCA, and it's always such a pleasure to hear. Every time you perform and every time you're around and helping, you're always doing so with a bardic heart. Let's just put it that way. And there are so few bards, and it truly breaks my heart that whenever we do come across one, we truly like to to help promote them and endorse them and all that. And you've been so phenomenal with carrying the Cynagua name and representing them with honor. So thank you so much for your time spent.
Thank you so much.
For Fiera, newest member of the Order of the Winged Harp, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Woohoo!
Your highnesses, do you have any further business or closing words?
So don't have any further business, but just I want to thank everybody. I know things have been really crazy, stressful with, not being able to have events. And I know a lot of us are going pretty much stir crazy with not being able to go out. And I know for sure I miss camping. And I know we discussed it yesterday during bingo of just being able to walk around and sit by people's campfire and just have conversations, and to hear about the fantastic things that people did at that event. And one of the things, even before becoming princess, I used to love sitting around the campfire and listening to the people, all the other fighters, talking about how they fought that day and their favorite fight, and this was cool, and I did this. Just it's so these amazing things, just to feel the passion for everything we do. And then with the artisans as well, like, I made a thing, and you're like, look, and you're just like, that is amazing, and just to feel how much passion everyone has for their art or their fighting, or the service that they provide. It's just, I feel like we're really missing out on that. And that's one of the big things that drew me to the SCA, is just the people. There were so many people that were very welcoming. My first event, pretty sure I looked like a deer in headlights, because I was like, there's so much going on. I don't know, where do I go? And just that welcoming feeling that we get, that, you show up to an event and you're like, oh, I'm home. That it's sort of, I know a lot of us are like, cool, can I go home now? Like, can we have an event so I can go home? I don't know how many other people feel that way, but it's just, I cannot wait until we are able to safely gather at events again, and just be able to talk to people about the cool things they did during the pandemic to be able to keep themselves sane. Or, I had so much downtime, I was able to do all of this, and that's amazing, because we don't really usually have a whole lot of downtime during the regular season. So that's definitely, I cannot wait until everyone is able to gather safely and make sure that no one's health is at risk.
I think that's the big part, is safely. And we've said it several times. We've said it today. We said it at bingo yesterday, is that the safety of this principality comes before everything else. That regardless of your view or how this might feel or whatever you have going on, just remember that there are people out there who need our help. And it could be a helping hand, it could be a can of food, and it could be you just staying at home and being safe. Just checking in on them as well. Just remember that if you have the means to help, even if that's just reaching out to someone and seeing how they're doing, please don't hesitate to do so. We're both here if Cynagua needs anything, and if I can't provide, we can't provide, then I will do my best to find someone who can help. Please do not hesitate to reach out, and we will do our best to support the populace and the principality as a whole. So thank you so much.
We are always available if anyone needs to talk. That was one of the things that we strive for, is we wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that just because we have shiny pointy hats on doesn't mean we aren't just, this just is a recognition for an amazing thing that Ragnar was able to do, that I was able to inspire him to do. So I wanted to make sure that people were still wanting to approach me and talk to me and talk to him, because we're still Cynaguans. We're still you. We want to chat. We want to, so if you guys need to reach out to us and you just want to sit down and chat, Messenger is really great. If you need to have a phone call, have a phone call. Whatever we can do to help you guys, thrive as well during all of this, please do not hesitate.
There being no further business before this court, long live the Prince and Princess of Cynagua.
Long live the Prince and Princess of Cynagua.
Long live the King and Queen of the West.
Long live the King and Queen of the West.
And for the princes and princesses of the West, make a joyous noise.
Huzzah!